ShinRobjira.
What's going on there, everybody? I'm ShinRobjira, and today I'm going to be doing a different kind of unboxing. I'm actually going to be unboxing a little vinyl set that I ordered from LinkinPark.com. Before I get started in all this, when it comes to unboxing videos from now on, I just don't want to do just figures. I'd really like to start doing special edition video game sets, special edition movie sets, special edition music sets like this and everything, just to properly represent like everything that I'm kind of into on the channel. No, I'm not going to be doing full-on music reviews again on here. I'm not going to be doing anything like that. It's just I'm into a lot of things, and as much as I love talking about figures, you know, I want to open up like a special edition movie set that I get, like I did with Godzilla and Gamera. I want to open up, you know, special edition music themed sets and everything. So I hope you enjoy this. If this is not your thing, that is perfectly fine. But for any old heads on this channel, you know that music was a very big part of this channel before the name change and everything, and music is still a really big part of my life. And Linkin Park especially is very important to me for many, many different reasons, and I will talk about some of those today on this channel for those who don't know. So anyway, let's just get started. So my history with Linkin Park goes all the way back to grade school. Linkin Park is one of the first bands, one of the first major artists that my good friend and practical family member Jay got me into. This was the first bit of music that we really bonded over, and wow, that is super duper nice. Let's take a look at that. Linkin Park Hybrid Theory 20th Anniversary Edition, the groundbreaking debut album. Vinyl box set includes Hybrid Theory and Reanimation 2 LP, plus the new compilation B-side Rarities. Okay, just to get back to what I was saying before, me and my best friend Jay like really like got into, well, he was already into them, he got me into them, and we really like bonded over that. Like I was like telling him my favorite songs, he would tell me like his favorite songs to check out next and everything like that. So I really do owe like a love of Linkin Park to my friend Jay, very much so. And when Chester passed, it was really like hard for us to deal with, because, you know, Chester Bennington, whether you like Linkin Park or not, very much was the voice of a generation, and he was one hell of a musician that went above and beyond with his music to just deliver the realest music like ever. So I'm getting a little emotional just looking at this, because it hurts knowing that Chester isn't today to share this anniversary with all of us. And I'm really thinking about essentially where I'd be without this album. So let's get everything out. Oh man, that's just beautiful. So let's take a look at Hybrid Theory really quick. So this looks amazing. This artwork is just burned into my memory, and this is just like one of the most like important designs for an album like in my life, just because I remember looking at this booklet, I remember looking at this album cover, the album, everything, and just thinking, wow, this is so cool. Dude, this is one of the greatest albums of all time. It's not just nostalgia. Like, this album kick-started like an entire like way of life in music. It kick-started so very much. And Linkin Park, God, like everything about this album, this is like, when you say debut album, Hybrid Theory is just one of the debut albums that I'm sure are going to be discussed, my bad, for like ages and ages and ages. This is one of the most important and influential debut albums of all time. And that's not just my bias. Like, this really was just one of the nuttiest pieces of music to really come out back in the 2000s. I mean, it combined everything from nu metal, hip hop, and like it was all over the place, man. And it's like you didn't hear that back in the day. You didn't see that. On this sheet of paper, we've got lyrics to all the songs. We've got a couple Linkin Park designs in the background, and on the back is just the credits, the band thank yous and everything. Here we have the vinyl itself. This is side A. This is side B. I am not even going to take this out of the sleeve. If you're wondering what a black vinyl looks like, I'll just put a picture of it up here on the screen. This album, you know, it came into my life when I met my very best friend of all time. And ironically, that was during a time in my life where I really didn't know who I was or who I was supposed to be. And looking at this just reminds me of finding my very best friend of all time and learning more about who I would eventually become as a human being. Not to get feelsy on you. Now, oh man, Linkin Park Reanimation. Reanimation was such a weird concept when Jay first told me about it. They redid the album with like different singers and everything, and they were like remixes, but they weren't remixes, but they were. It was just a very weird and foreign concept for me at the time. And what a way to follow up one of the most influential debut albums of all time. Like, have it completely from top to bottom just remade with different people. Like, it was crazy, and I'm so excited to actually be able to do it. Like, look at this artwork. This artwork is just something else, man. Like, oh, dude. One thing that I always loved about Linkin Park is I was a massive Gundam Wing G Gundam fan, and seeing like Gundams on like album art and affiliated with them just blew my mind. And then the AMVs, of course, anime music videos of people putting Gundam fights, soundtracking that to Crawling or In the End. It was crazy, man. Reanimation in and of itself is just a juggernaut of an album. Just so much talent, so much time, so much everything like that went into this album being made is crazy, just insane. So I'm going to fold this back up. I'm gonna look on the inside. I've never owned. Oh, jeez, man. Whew. I've never owned Reanimation. That's one of the only Linkin Park albums that I don't own physically. If I had my CDs unpacked, I'd show you all, but I think there might be a couple Linkin Park albums that I don't own physically. Okay, here is the first vinyl, and that caught my eye instantaneously because I'm like, is that an Ava model? Sure looks like it. The artwork with Linkin Park it's another influential thing, especially on me. It's just the very like street art looking style with the tags and everything, spray paint. It was such a cool concept to me at the time too, because I wasn't really allowed to like listen to like music when I was a kid, just whatever my mom was playing in the truck. I guess just because I was a very impressionable kid. So like finally like listening to like music, not movie soundtracks or anything like that, or the Eminem albums that I bought in secret. Sorry, Mom. Like looking at stuff like this was just so very cool and mind-blowing and everything. This is yeah, no major differences here when it comes to the vinyl. It's got the same label, Linkin Park Reanimation LP1 side 1, Linkin Park Hybrid Theory Reanimation LP side 2. I don't has Reanimation ever been released on vinyl? I'm not sure. Man, it really bums me out that this corner got bent. This is just going to be the vinyl, so this real quick. We've got LP Hybrid Theory Reanimation LP2 side 2, and then here is Linkin Park Hybrid Theory 20th Anniversary Reanimation side 1 of LP1. This is just so cool. The Reanimation art, I'm pretty sure before I like really loved this album, I was just in love with the artwork. I always loved this logo for Linkin Park, this one right here. It's just so cool how they made Japanese kanji just spell out their name like that, like correctly. It's just so cool. And just the overall aesthetic of this album, just how it looks. It's just 100% Linkin Park. And now for the bonus inclusion, Linkin Park B-side Rarities vinyl. Now this is just a standard vinyl, and what we've got here is One Step Closer rock mix, It's Going Down, The Executioners featuring Mike Shinoda and Mr. Han, bro. Paper Cut live from the BBC, In the End live BBC Radio 1, Points of Authority live BBC Radio 1, High Voltage, Step Up 99 demo, My December, beautiful song, A Place for My Head live at Doxland's Arena, Points of Authority live at Doxland's, Paper Cut live at Doxland's, and By Myself remix as remixed by Marilyn Manson. That's awesome. Clearly the $200 version comes with a lot more than this, but thankfully that entire version is available on iTunes for $50, and I've already bought that, but I have been waiting to like really listen to the meat of everything. I was just going through the remasters of Hybrid Theory and Reanimation just to save a little bit for myself, and This is what looks like just to be an alternate color version, just without this guy looks like he doesn't have the wings. Beautiful art, as to be expected. Okay, we have a piece of paper in here too. Okay, let's see. More beautiful artwork, track listings. Okay, so this is where some of them come from. 1 and 6 appeared on promo singles. Track 2 appeared on the Executioner album, built from scratch. Originally appeared on the Crawling single. Originally appeared on In the End singles. Paper Cut singles. Points of Authority singles. That's nuts, man. Nice. And I'm pretty sure this vinyl is going to be it's going to be exactly the same. Linkin Park B-Side Rarities Side 1 and Linkin Park B-Side Rarities Side 2. Just lovely. I can't wait to sit down and give these things a listen on my record player, which I need a better copy of, which I need a better version of because my record player really ain't that great. So I'm definitely giving Hybrid Theory and Reanimation a listen on vinyl. Now, I really didn't talk about it when I first got it out of the shrink wrap, so I'm going to do a little bit of that now. Here is the back of the slipcase. Over here, we've got Linkin Park, Warner Brothers Records. Oh, here is the spine, Linkin Park Hybrid Theory 20. And here's the front, Linkin Park Hybrid Theory 20th Anniversary. Oh, man, for those who, I really got lost in just talking about this set, but for those who don't know, one of the channel's, I think one of the channel's very first hits, when the channel was still called Crazy Calyx, my review of Linkin Park's last album, One More Light, which was getting a lot of flack for being, a very run-of-the-mill pop album, but apparently I was like one of the only people to like positively review it because I really do like genuinely love that album. Linkin Park, especially later on in their career, had become very, very well known for just experimenting with different genres and, just putting their own spin on it. And with One More Light, I feel like Linkin Park doing a pop album was a lot cooler than people really gave it credit for, even though it wasn't their basic go-to when it came to music. I still think it came out and turned out pretty well. One of the first major successes on this channel was because the Linkin Park community was super freaking cool enough to tweet my review out to the band and Mike Shinoda, and wouldn't you know it, Mike Shinoda actually retweeted and gave his seal of approval on that review. I look back on that review and I hate myself. I look terrible. Oh God. But my opinion on the album really hasn't changed. I really do love and enjoy that album. And I really, really appreciate and love Linkin Park and this album so very much. Again, I know this isn't what I normally talk about on here, but this is something that I would like to start talking about a little bit more often. Thank you, Jay, my guy. I got your vinyl here with me, so if you're watching this, just let me know whenever you want it. Shoot me a text if you haven't seen the tweet yet. If you enjoyed this little unboxing for a vinyl set, let me know, because I have a Gorillaz set coming in at the end of the month for their new album Song Machine. I don't know, share your memories, I guess, of Linkin Park and their music and how they've helped you get through life, if you have any, because I surely have a lot, especially with Hybrid Theory. I hope they do collections like this for Meteora, for Minutes to Midnight. I really do, because I would love to own vinyl copies of all of their works. So I'm not even going to do an outro with my face. I have been ShinRobjira. I do hope you enjoyed. At the end of the video, I will have a couple other random unboxing videos linked there if you'd like to watch those. Thank you for watching. Thank you to everybody in Linkin Park. Thank you, Jay, for showing me them so very long ago. And I will see you all on Friday with the normal video. Night, everybody. Or good morning or good afternoon, wherever you're watching this.